PEGI 18.
Hello everyone, I'm Satoru Iwata from Nintendo. What you just saw is a new challenger video for Super Smash Bros. It took some time to develop this character after the game was completed, so we had to make you wait, but Mewtwo will join the battle in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and Nintendo 3DS on April 28th. At the price listed here. And as previously announced, Club Nintendo members who have purchased and registered both the Nintendo 3DS and Wii U versions of the game before March 31st will receive a free download code for the character on April 15th. Alongside Mewtwo, we'll be releasing a software update on April 15th as well. In the future, we'll continue to develop more and offer additional downloadable content for Super Smash Bros. Here's a taste of what we have in development. First, we'll be adding more costumes for customizing Mii fighters. In addition to the items you see here, we'll begin offering costumes inspired by major game series. For the first wave of crossover items, we've created outfits inspired by X and Proto Man from Capcom's Mega Man series. But that's not all of the new content we'll be offering. Please take a look at this. You recognize this fighter as Lucas from Super Smash Bros. Brawl on Wii, and originally from Mother 3, the sequel to Earthbound released only in Japan. We've heard your request and we've decided to offer Lucas as a downloadable content. We are still hard at work, but we are planning his release for June. I imagine that you may have some fighters in mind yourself. Can you think of anyone you'd like to see fight against characters like Mario or Link in Super Smash Bros.? Well, after discussing it with Smash Bros. Director Masahiro Sakurai, we've decided to open the new Smash Bros. Fighter Battle on the Smash Bros. Microsite after this Nintendo Direct. With this poll, you can let us know directly which character you'd like to see become the next new fighter in Super Smash Bros. Of course, please understand that we won't be able to accommodate every request, but Mr. Sakurai and the rest of the staff will take each request into consideration when developing additional fighters. We look forward to hearing from you. This microsite will also provide details on upcoming downloadable content and how to purchase it. Speaking of Super Smash Bros., we are ready to announce the next waves of Amiibo in this series. In the coming months, the following characters will join the 30+ Super Smash Bros. Amiibo that are already available. I hope you are looking forward to training up these Amiibo in Super Smash Bros. Rest assured, we'll also be releasing Amiibo of Mewtwo and Lucas sometime in the future. Next up is something called Amiibo Touch and Play Nintendo Classics Highlights. This downloadable title for Wii U lets you touch Amiibo on the Wii U gamepad to unlock gameplay highlights from select NES and Super NES titles. Each demo is limited to 3 minutes, so you can't experience the entire game. But you can tap an Amiibo to the gamepad multiple times to switch out which scene is highlighted. That way, you can sample a variety of scenes. The games assigned to the Amiibo you use are not predetermined. Instead, titles are randomly assigned when you scan your Amiibo of choice for the first time. So in that way, it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you are going to get. As you can see, there will be many classics to sample, so try scanning different Amiibo. It's sort of like swapping game cartridges on an old NES or Super NES. Amiibo Touch and Play Nintendo Classics Highlights will be released on the Nintendo eShop in May as a free download. Next, please take a look at this. What you just saw was a 30th anniversary commemoration video created with the Wii U game Mario Maker. That's right, it's been 30 years since the launch of the original Super Mario Bros. Game on the NES in 1985. I couldn't be happier that Mario has continued to be active across a wide range of games, thanks in no small part to the love you all have for Mario. I'm extremely thankful. There's no better way than an anniversary celebration to gear up for what will be a definitive Mario experience. Mario Maker. Mario Maker is a game that lets you use the Wii U gamepad to create and play Mario levels. All you have to do is place characters or other pieces from Mario games onto the level. That way, anyone can create unique levels. You'll be able to switch between 4 different Super Mario Bros. Game themes, from the 8-bit pixel art of the original to the world of New Super Mario Bros. U, and enjoy the action that each provides. You can upload your finished creations for people all over the world to enjoy. Maybe this is your first step toward becoming a world-famous level designer. Mario Maker will launch this September. As we approach its release, we'll be exploring fun ways to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Super Mario Bros. Please stay tuned for more information. That's it from my side. Now I would like to pass over to Mr. Shibata in Europe for some more news. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Iwata. Hello, everybody. This is Satoru Shibata from Nintendo of Europe. Let's start with a Wii U game starring a familiar face. Yoshi's Woolly World is a dyed-in-the-wool platforming game that takes place in a woolly world. Even though he's made out of yarn, Yoshi can still use his signature moves, like gobbling up enemies or flutter jumping to reach high platforms. You will also need platforms to reach higher areas, and even unravel yarn walls to discover hidden paths. The game offers 2 modes, Classic Mode and Mellow Mode. Classic Mode has a similar feel to traditional Yoshi games, and despite its cute look, the game will pose quite a challenge, even for veteran players. Mellow Mode, on the other hand, allows players of all skill levels to enjoy the game as Winged Yoshi. You can switch between the 2 modes at any time during play. So if you get stuck in Classic Mode, you can switch over and continue enjoying yourself in Mellow Mode. By the way, this Yoshi is actually an amiibo. The amiibo we've released so far are all hard to the touch, but this amiibo is made out of knitted material. When you touch the yarn Yoshi amiibo to Wii U gamepad, another Yoshi will appear in the game, allowing you to play with double Yoshi. Here, just like in multiplayer, you can turn your ally into a yarn ball to throw at enemies, or to fill in platforms so that you can cross gaps. Yoshi's Woolly World and these green, pink, and light blue Yarn Yoshi amiibo will all launch on June 26. We'll also release a special bundle of the game with a green Yarn Yoshi amiibo. Our next game is Splatoon. In this action shooter, you control squid-like creatures called Inklings, who can transform into humanoids. They like nothing better than to splatter each other with ink in 4-on-4 online multiplayer matches called Turf Wars. You can also set off on your own adventure to take down the Inklings' nemesis, the Octopus Army, in a single-player campaign. Today, we will show you 2 separate modes. The first is another way to enjoy the game's main attraction, action-packed online matches. This mode is Ranked Battle, which is aimed at experienced players. Just like in Turf Wars, you will team up with 3 other players to battle it out in 4-on-4 matches. For example, One type of ranked battle is called splat zones. Two teams battle for ownership of a certain area of a stage rather than the whole map, so things should get even more hectic. So, train in the single-player mode, play low-pressure multiplayer matches in tough wars, and experience really intense competition in ranked battles. Another mode is a battle dojo. Here, you can enjoy local one-on-one battles with a friend. In a battle dojo, one player will use the gamepad, while the other plays on the TV screen, competing to see who can pop the most balloons. It's the same stages from tough wars, so you can practice your moves and learn the stage layout to sharpen your skills for tough wars. We will also release Amiibo of the Inklings alongside the game's launch. When you touch an Inkling Amiibo to the gamepad, you will receive missions based on the Amiibo you scanned. By completing these missions, you can acquire special weapons and gear that you can only get from these compatible Amiibo. There is also one more special Amiibo coming. Please take a look. This special edition includes a game and an Inkling Squid Amiibo. This Amiibo will only be available in this special edition, so I hope you will look out for it. Splatoon will be released on May 29th. Space travel on a budget is a unique idea behind our next title, Affordable Space Adventures. In this stealth adventure game, the Wii U gamepad is a cockpit display of your very first spaceship. On a hostile alien planet, you need to carefully manage your ship's systems to avoid danger and remain undetected. You can pilot your spaceship alone, or work together as a crew of 2 or 3 players, each with their own responsibilities. For instance, the engineer can aim the ship's scanner, but it's up to the pilot to activate it. You will all need to communicate and work together if you want to survive. Affordable Space Adventures will be available from Nintendo eShop on April 9th. Side-scrolling action and strategy come together in Swords and Soldiers 2, a sequel to the award-winning WiiWare game. Playing is simple. Build structures and create an army to overpower the enemy on a 2D battleground. Led by their hungry chief Redbeard, the Vikings return to face 2 new enemy factions. The brutal demons overwhelm enemies with strength in numbers, while the Persians combine magic and technology to surprise opponents. With touchscreen controls, it only takes a tap to turn your tactics into action, heal your units, cast lightning, and unleash meteor strikes, all with simple touch controls. Swords and Soldiers 2 will be available in May, only on Wii U. I'm happy to announce the first Nintendo 64 and Nintendo DS games coming to Wii U Virtual Console. The first Nintendo DS games will be Mario Kart DS and WarioWare Touched. Nintendo DS games on Wii U offer several layout options that combine the TV and gamepad screen in different ways, so you can choose the layout that's best suited to the game you are playing. We are launching the Nintendo 64 Virtual Console service with Super Mario 64. And the second game stars the leader of the bunch. You know him well. he's finally back to kick some tail. Yes, Donkey Kong 64 is coming to Virtual Console for the first time. In Nintendo 64 games, you can select from 3 different control schemes. The gamepad will also rumble in games that supported the rumble pack. Nintendo 64 games you have transferred from Wii to Wii U can be upgraded for a special discount price, allowing you to use off-TV play and share screenshots on Miiverse. These 4 games will all be available shortly after this presentation. As a special offer, if you purchase 3 of these games before April 16th, you can download the 4th one for free on the same Wii U. More games will be added in the future, including a Paper Mario and Yoshi's Island in May, so stay tuned for more information. In January, we added Wii games to Nintendo eShop on Wii U. Today, I can tell you that the next titles will be Pandora's Tower on April 16th and Sin and Punishment, Successor of the Skies on April 30th. Both games will be 25% off for 1 week after launch, so I hope you will take a look at these 2 unique titles. Next, please take a look at this. First, thank you for waiting, everyone. It's been 2 years since we announced this project, back in a Nintendo Direct in January 2013. But the game you just saw is indeed the crossover between Shin Megami Tensei and Fire Emblem. The role-playing masters at Atlus are developing a truly modern RPG, where everyday life exists alongside a secret world of fantasy, including characters from the Fire Emblem series. I hope you are looking forward to it, and we will announce more details in the future. Now it's time for... As I was saying, now it's time for a new Wii U title that's coming to Europe. In the latest game in the Project Zero series, you play as one of the 3 different characters, each with their own storyline, set at the cursed tourist destination, Mount Hikami. Using the Wii U gamepad as your camera, you will investigate different areas while soaking in the atmosphere. But occasionally, your camera will be used to fend off hostile spirits in quick bursts of action. Prepare for scares when this game is released later this year. Now I'd like to tell you about some Nintendo 3DS games. Our next title is Attack on Titan, Humanity in Chains from Atlas. In this fast-paced action game, you play as Eren Yeager, Mikasa Ackerman, and other characters from the popular manga and anime series. As an elite member of the Scout Regiment, you can experience the feeling of bringing down a Titan on your own or with friends in the local or online 4-player co-op mode, complete with rankings and leaderboards. The game also supports the C-Stick on the new Nintendo 3DS and new Nintendo 3DS XL for smoother camera control. Finally, to inspire you to join the Scout Regiment when the game releases, the first 2 episodes of the Attack on Titan anime are now available for free from Nintendo eShop. Attack on Titan Humanity in Chains will be available in May, only in Nintendo eShop. Next, I'd like to introduce you to a fast-paced title developed by Inti Creates and Keiji Inafune, Azure Striker Gunvolt. You play a powerful hero who can control lightning, blast through stages, conquer intimidating bosses, and challenge yourself to set new high scores. The game is also enhanced for new Nintendo 3DS with faster loading times and easier weapon changing. We have a special message from Mr. Inafune. Please take a look after this presentation. Azure Striker Gunvolt and Mighty Gunvolt will be available this Thursday, April 2nd. In addition, 3 home menu themes will also be available to purchase from the theme shop. Now, for a change of pace, a new downloadable puzzle game called Box Boy, which was created by HAL Laboratory, the developer of the Kirby series. The star of this game, QB, is a very simple-looking character who looks like a box that grew feet. His special skill is his ability to create boxes to overcome obstacles in order to reach the goal of each stage. The number of boxes that QB can create will change depending on the stage. You can arrange the boxes in a number of different ways. For example, use your boxes as steps to climb to new heights, as bridges to cross over gaps, or even to press switches or hook onto things. Using boxes creatively is a key to success. Although the individual stages are quite short, there are over 150 of them in all, giving you plenty of opportunities for thinking outside of the box. This title also allows you to send a demo version to another Nintendo 3DS system via Download Play. I hope those of you who enjoy Box Boy will encourage others to try it too. Box Boy will be available in Nintendo eShop shortly after this presentation. Pokemon Rumble World is the latest game in the Pokemon Rumble series, available soon from Nintendo eShop. You can start playing the game for free or enhance your experience with in-game purchases. It contains the energetic action players expect from the Pokemon Rumble series, not to mention more than 700 Pokemon from Pokemon Red and Blue through to Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Some of these toy Pokemon can even Mega Evolve. Luckily, pulling off attacks is as simple as pushing a button. As you defeat toy Pokemon, you can add some to your collection, allowing you to swap them into battle at any time. During your adventure, you will travel to various areas in hot air balloons. Where you go depends on the type of balloon. As you play, you will acquire different balloons using items called Poke Diamonds, allowing you to reach more distant areas, where you will encounter new crops of wild toy Pokemon. There are other ways Poke Diamonds aid you during gameplay. you can get Poké Diamonds when you beat certain stages, or even buy a street pass. You can also purchase them in-game at a shop in Castle Town using Nintendo eShop funds. Pokemon Rumble World will be available from Nintendo eShop on April 8th. Next, we have some information about the changes to Street Pass Me Plaza. In an update, 2 new games will be added. First up is Street Pass Fishing. In this game, you receive different types of bait from me characters you meet via Street Pass, with over 150 species of fish to be caught. You will have to discover the favorite bait of each fish in order to reel it in. There are also huge legendary monsters around too. The second game is a Street Pass Zombies. This is an action game where you fight against hordes of zombies using a range of creative weapons themed on the hobbies of players you met via Street Pass. In order to save the city, you must wipe out the zombie menace using 26 unique weapons. The update will also add the option to purchase Street Pass Me Plaza Premium, which enhances the feature set for greater convenience and enjoyment. These premium features include Street Pass Birthdays and the VIP room, where you can keep me characters such as your friends' me characters as well as special me characters. The updates for Street Pass Me Plaza will be available on April 16th. These new games and Street Pass Me Plaza Premium can be purchased from the shop within Street Pass Me Plaza. You can buy the games individually or in a bundle. The choice is yours. Around the same time, there will be special activities to help you enjoy Street Pass even more. For a limited time, when you visit the Nintendo Zone, you will be able to receive a special me of me. More information will be published on the Nintendo website soon. In the last Nintendo Direct, we told you Puzzle & Dragon Z is coming to Europe. Now I would like to show you some of the tactical and RPG elements of this puzzle game. This is Dracomesia, where humans and dragons live together. As a new dragon tamer, you must defeat an evil force that threatens your world. On your journey, you will collect many monsters that you can arrange into teams. As you explore deep dungeons, use your monsters to defeat enemies in Match 3 style battles. By hatching eggs, you can obtain new monsters. There are over 250 to collect, including dragons, knights, and demons. Using the chips collected from defeated enemies, you can evolve your monsters into new forms too. Each monster has a different element, so keep this in mind when you choose which monsters to use in battle. For instance, if you fight wood monsters, send fire monsters into battle. Another tactic is to create combos by matching as many orbs as possible. Bigger combos mean more damage. Puzzle & Dragon Z comes in a combined package with Puzzle & Dragon's Super Mario Bros. Edition, which features the same in-depth puzzle RPG gameplay with a unique Mario twist. Puzzle & Dragon Z and Puzzle & Dragon's Super Mario Bros. Edition will launch together in a single package on May 8th. You can try Puzzle & Dragon's Super Mario Bros. Edition for yourself with a new demo coming to Nintendo eShop soon. Codename Steam is a turn-based strategy shooter in which you control the elite agent of a secret military unit led by Abraham Lincoln, fight off an alien invasion, and strike up a win for the history books. Today, I will show you 2 multiplayer modes. In the fast-paced deathmatch mode, each turn only lasts 60 seconds, so you need to plan and execute your strategy quickly. In ABE battle, players fight for supremacy, each using a giant robot inspired by Abraham Lincoln himself. These multiplayer modes support local and online play, so you can wage war with nearby foes or take on the world. Prove your global superpower in tournaments against players from all over the world. Starting from around launch, and even host your own private tournaments. We'll have more details for you in the future. Codename Steam will be available on May 15th. The President needs you. Let's move on to the new Fire Emblem game for Nintendo 3DS, which we announced in the last Nintendo Direct. In Fire Emblem Awakening, you created an avatar who was like a second protagonist, or even a partner for the main character. This time around, for the first time in the series, your character is the main hero or heroine of the game. Today, I would like to show you a new trailer that highlights some changes only made possible because the player is now the main character. Please take a look.
よかった。
生かしてやろう。我が子としてな。見事だ。
大丈夫？お兄ちゃん。
そうだ。
ご一緒できて嬉しいです。
こっちだ。
兄様。
戻ってこい。
お兄ちゃ
ん。裏切り者め、かかってこい。白夜を裏切ったあんただけは、お前が信じるその正義とやらに準ずるがいい。
There are two kingdoms at war, the peace-loving Hoshido and the glory-seeking Nor, and it's up to the player to decide which side to take. There are two sides to every story, and in this game, the path you choose will ultimately decide your character's fate. No matter what, the world and characters will be the same, but depending on the decisions you make, the storyline, battles, and outcomes will be drastically different. On the Hoshido side, you will experience a more traditional path as you work together with your allies to fend off the Norian invaders. But if you choose the Nor, you will have to revolutionize an unruly kingdom from the inside. So the story will be more complex and the difficulty level more challenging. The new Fire Emblem game for Nintendo 3DS is planned for a 2016 release in Europe. Stay tuned for more information in the future. By the way, we are currently making these cards as well. These cards feature characters from Animal Crossing. And here is a Nintendo 3DS game that works with these new cards, called Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. This game is a new way to interact with your favorite Animal Crossing characters and focuses on the fun of designing and decorating. Animals will tell you what kind of house they want to live in, and it's up to you to turn their dream home into reality. Listen to their request, then pick a style, choose a furniture and other decorations, and create a happy home. Here, you can use the cards I showed earlier. They might look like normal cards, but they are actually amiibo cards. When you scan an amiibo card from the Animal Crossing series, you can design that animal's room. When you are finished, you can scan more amiibo cards to invite other animals to the room, and then watch them have fun together or snap a photo. In other words, you can experience a different side of the Animal Crossing world. Animal Crossing series amiibo cards and Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer will be released this autumn. At the same time, we will also release the NFC Reader Writer, which will let you scan amiibo on Nintendo 3DS, Nintendo 3DS XL, and Nintendo 2DS. That's all from me for today. Now I'll pass back to Mr. Iwata for one last piece of news. Thank you for watching and happy gaming.
Hello again. For today's final game, I have some new information about downloadable content for Mario Kart 8. What you are watching right now is the new Animal Crossing course included in Mario Kart 8 DLC Pack 2. Here you find familiar elements and characters that make this course feel like a piece of the Animal Crossing world. On this course, this season will change each time you race. Spring, summer, fall, and winter. Much like in Animal Crossing games, you can bask in a variety of seasonal vistas here. Plus, we put a lot of effort into the background music too. The background track is a souped-up racing version of the Animal Crossing theme recorded live in studio. Mario Kart 8 DLC Pack 2 will include new racers, Isabelle, Villager, and Driverzer, plus 4 new cards, as well as 8 new courses, including the Animal Crossing course you just saw. We are happy to announce that instead of in May, this pack will be released on April 23rd. In the future, we'll have more details about the cards and courses that are on the way. Alongside this release, more Mii Racing suits will be added. These 9 new compatible amiibo characters will add costumes to the game. Please try on your favorite one and enjoy racing in style. We have one more announcement for Mario Kart 8. Please take a look. Ever since the original Super Mario Kart game, 150cc has been the fastest class. But now, we are introducing you to a whole new level, the 200cc class. Because it's so fast, you have to have a good braking skill around tight corners. It's Mario Kart, like you've never experienced it before. This not only applies to the new downloadable courses. Every course in the game will offer a 200cc class in local and online play. Alongside Mario Kart 8 DLC Pack 2, an update adding 200cc mode will be released on April 23rd. After downloading the update, you'll be able to enjoy this new 200cc class for free. Whether you think you can handle the speed or not, please try out this new 200cc class of races. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.